Right, this is a yoga flow for the second chakra, the sacral chakra, and we're going to start on our backs today. So go ahead and lie down on your back in a comfortable position. You're welcome to have your legs out straight or bent and having your knees kind of fall into each other with your hands either on your belly or out to the sides. If you want to put them down on the sacral chakra area, it's just right on the lower ab portion of your body. Just go ahead and close those eyes when you're ready and take a couple deep cleansing breaths.
The second chakra is also known as the sacral chakra. The Sanskrit word for this chakra is Svadhisthana, meaning dwelling place of the self. It's located above the pubic bone in the pelvic region, below the navel, and includes the genital region. Its element is water, color is orange, and mantra sound is Vam. It's associated with the sense of taste. The second chakra is also known as the creativity and sexual chakra. A balanced second chakra leads to feelings of wellness, abundance, pleasure, and joy. When this chakra is out of balance, a person may experience a fear of change, emotional instability, sexual dysfunction, depression, or addictions. Once survival needs are taken care of in chakra 1, we then discover desire in chakra 2. Creative expression and honoring our bodies are ways to open this chakra. The energy of this chakra is feminine and lunar. Besides being open to creativity in our daily lives, we can balance the second chakra by maintaining a healthy sexual life and honoring and respecting our body. Also, getting in touch with our emotions to see if there's anything we are holding on to and making a commitment to process those emotions in a healthy way. Whenever we successfully move an emotion through, we have a sense of cleansing our soul, clarity, lightness, and openness. As Anadea Judith describes, it is much like the way it feels after a big storm passes. We can breathe, move more easily, feel more calm and present. As adults, many times we are thinking logically about what's right, the latest trend, or what's expected or acceptable in our society or from others in our lives, like our family, friends, or partners, instead of listening to our own internal guidance. Ask yourself, where in your life do you enjoy the essence of creativity? And are there any blocks to expressing your creativity?
Now open your eyes and start to bring your awareness back into the room. Go ahead and open up those arms out to the outside. Walk those feet up with the knees pointing to the ceiling. Your feet are nice and wide, so on the outside edges of your mat. We'll do that windshield wiper side to side. So drawing those knees over to the side and now up and over to the opposite side. Just keep flowing side to side at your own pace. And then bringing those knees back up to the ceiling. Walk those feet in so they're about hip distance apart. Your hands are going to be down by your side, and we're just do a few pelvic rocks. So we'll start by pressing our tailbone and the bottom of our sacrum into the mat or into your blanket. And then you're going to roll through that sacrum as you tuck that tailbone under and pull the belly button in, kind of lifting up those glutes off your mat, and then roll through your sacrum, pushing that tailbone, kind of opening up your belly here, getting some space underneath that low back. So continue that rock. Exhale as you pull in, and inhale as you rock back and expand the belly. Just keep rolling through that sacrum, pulling that tailbone in, belly button in, and then opposite direction, expanding the lower belly, opening up the low back. Okay, the next time you pull that belly button in, the tailbone tucks. You're going to send some energy through those heels and go ahead and lift all the way up into a bridge position. And this one, your heels are going to be below those knees. I'm try to get mine in as close as I can. And once you're up there, your knees stay right above the ankles, some energy through the heels, glutes are engaged, chest is open, and try to loosen up your jaw and your neck. And then lowering those hips down just about halfway and bring them back up. So we'll do this a few times. Lowering down and up. Well, 3 more times. And one more. As you come down one vertebra at a time, rolling through that lumbar spine and through that sacrum, go ahead and bring the feet together, and you're going to open up those knees out to the sides as the soles of the feet touch. This is Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined butterfly. This is a second chakra posture. So if this feels pretty intense for those inner thighs, you can always put some blocks underneath your thighs or a blanket to help support the weight of your legs. Nice deep breath, just allowing the gravity to open up those knees out to the side. Very unusually tight for me today, so I'm going to use those blocks to help support my legs. Definitely need this. You might too. When you're ready, if you put some blocks underneath there, some blankets, you can remove those. I'm going to draw those knees together, and one knee at a time, go ahead and pull it into your chest. Lowering those legs down, go ahead and lengthen out those legs. We're going to roll over onto our front side. And we're going to pull up into a Sphinx pose. So palms down on your mat, elbows right below those shoulders. And as you open up through your belly and your chest, draw your shoulders away from your ears and gently press down on your pelvis, on your pubic bone, as you engage those glutes behind you. And then lowering down, sliding those hands right below the shoulders, you're going to press those elbows into your body as we go up into a baby cobra. You do that, remember drawing drawing the shoulders away from your ears, expanding through the belly, push into that tailbone. So you're not into your tailbone, into your pubic bone. So you're protecting your low back, and then peel back down. And now lift up cobra. Exhale, peel down. Inhale, press up. Really strong engagement in that upper body. Feeling the leg muscles engage. One more time. And exhale, lower. So now we're going to stack those hands in front. You can either put your forehead straight down or turn your head to the side. You're going to slide those legs out into a V shape and point those toes out to the sides as you draw your heel down towards the floor. This is crocodile. So as you do this, just nice deep breaths. And if you have your head turned to one side, go ahead and switch other way. Okay, coming back to center, go ahead and draw those legs back in. Hands below the shoulders. Again, squeezing those upper arms into the body. You're going to press through those hands, engaging the upper body as you lift up, and then drawing those hips back. Go ahead and bring the knees under your hips. Here we are into our all fours position. Inhale as we prepare. Exhale as we round out into cat. Pull that belly button in, tuck up the tailbone, and then inhale, drawing the belly button down, shoulders slide back, looking straight ahead along the horizon. Keep going a couple more times. Back to a neutral position. Walk those hands forward about 5 or 6 inches. Pressing your weight in through those fingers. Instead of holding it back at the wrist, you're going to curl the toes under behind you and press back into your downward facing dog. And you can walk your dog here if you'd like. So drawing the heel down on one side as the other leg bends. We're going to warm up, build a little bit of heat in this next one. So we'll start with our downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, move to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. This time, if you want a variation, when you go to your plank, you can bring your left knee to the outside left elbow. Back to down dog, and we'll just exchange those legs. So right knee to the right elbow as you move to plank. Or you can stay with that original variation, which is down dog plank, regular plank, no knee. Still breathing. Inhale as that knee comes in or as you move to plank. Exhale, down dog. One more time. Go ahead and draw those knees back down to your mat. We're going to step that left leg out to the side. As you do that, that heel goes down right in the same line as the opposite knee. So you could draw a line, it would be a nice straight line. The foot's flat on the ground. We're going to draw our hips back just slightly, bringing those elbows down. Do you feel a stretch through the inner thigh? Pressing into that foot, into the floor. And then as you come to the front and lie down, you're going to bend that straight leg and we're going to go into half frog. So as that leg comes down, you're going to bend it, draw that chest down, and then ultimately lift up into that Sphinx pose position in the front. So the left leg is hiked out to the side in sort of a 90-degree angle. You can flex that foot like you did in crocodile. And the right leg is straight back from the hips. Expand through the belly, look straight along the horizon. You're drawing that chest down, hands below the shoulders. I'm going to press it back up. You can lengthen out that leg again. If you have any knee issues, it doesn't feel comfortable, just make sure you have a blanket underneath that knee. Bring that leg in. We're going to switch sides. Extend out the opposite leg. And make sure you bring that heel up so it's straight in line with the opposite knee. And we're going to draw our hips back, drawing the elbows down. So pushing that foot into the floor so you feel that opening in the inner thigh. And then shifting your weight forward. And as you lower down, you're going to, that leg that's out to the side, you're going to go ahead and bend that knee. Lower down. You have that leg hiked out, foot's flexed. And draw those elbows under the shoulders. Expand through the belly and the chest. Look along the horizon. Half frog. Mandukasana. Okay, lowering down. I'm going to press back up, lengthening out that leg to the side. Go ahead and bring that knee in back to all fours position. Walk those hands out. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Okay, so here we are in our downward facing dog. We're going to lift that right leg up behind us. Open up that hip, bringing that heel to the bottom. Go ahead and balance out your weight so that you have even weight in your left and right hand. Inhale, bring that leg out straight one more time. And then exhale, bringing that knee into the chest as you move more to plank and step that foot up between the hands. Drawing that back knee down. Uncurl the back toe. Go ahead and lift up. Hands on your hips. You're going to expand through the belly and the chest. Left arm reaches up. Right arm down. And nice side bend to the right. Inhale, back up. Go ahead and bring those hands on each side of your foot. Step that back foot up at about 10, 11 o'clock. And then shift your weight back as that front leg lengthens, nose toward the knee. This is a great time to use those blocks if you need them to extend your reach. Inhale, step that back foot back, but leave that leg, knee up. Go ahead and bend that front knee. Step the front foot to meet the back foot into plank. On this one, we're going to go into low push-up. So if you'd like to move to your knees, you can do that first. Bring those elbows right to the rib cage and hold. Inhale, connecting the pelvis and the belly. Chest expands, cobra. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, this time left leg comes up. Opening up that hip. Exhale, heel comes to the bottom. Remember, distribute that weight evenly between each hand. Inhale, extend your leg. Exhale, drawing that knee into the chest as you move more to plank. And then step that foot up between the hands. Drawing that back knee down. Uncurl that toe. Inhale, lift up, expanding through the pelvis and the belly. Hands on your hips. Inhale, lift up that right arm, left arm down by your side, and then side bend. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, hands down on each side of your foot. Go ahead and step that back foot up at a 10 and 11 o'clock. One hand on each side, nose toward the knee pyramid. Lengthen out that front leg as much as it feels comfortable, toes facing straight forward. Inhale, step that back foot back, keeping your knee up to that lunge position. Front foot goes back, plank. So either regular plank or modified plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, walk those feet forward to a forward fold. Inhale, draw the hips back into your chair. So lengthen out that spine, open the chest, expand. Inhale, press into those heels, up and out. Okay, if you do have a blanket on your mat, you're going to move that out of the way. So you're back in Tadasana, mountain position. Inhale, you're going to bring those hands in prayer position. Exhale, you're going to clasp your hands, point your index finger, and you're going to round out, chin to your chest. Inhale, lift up. Slight standing back bend, so just a slight arch of the back, if that feels comfortable. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring those hands behind your back, clasp your hands. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can always leave your hands on your hips. And then you're going to go ahead and go into a forward bend as you draw those arms up and back. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Go ahead and hinge at your hips as you come on up. And then the right arm's going to go up as the right leg steps behind. And you're going to do a nice side bend as the left arm reaches down. And then coming back to Tadasana, hands in Anjali Mudra for your inhale. Exhale, clasping those hands. Go ahead and reach, open up to the shoulder blades, chin to your chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands come behind the back, either on your hips. And bend forward. Inhale, lengthen that spine, hinging at your hips. You have a nice neutral position as you come up. Then step back with the left foot, and then side bend. Inhale, back up to your Tadasana. All right, from here we'll do our Vinyasa flow sequence. So here we are at close to the top of our mat. Inhale, arms sweep up to the side. Exhale, as you bring your hands in Anjali Mudra, you're going to bring that right leg back and you're going to go into Warrior 3. I'm going to put my head right into this plant here. Small space. Inhale, step that foot back behind you. Inhale, coming up into Warrior 1. Opening up to Warrior 2. Go ahead and turn your palms up. Inhale, you're going to lengthen out that front leg. Exhale, back to Warrior 2. Inhale, back to Warrior 1. Exhale, you can have the option between bringing your hands to your hips or behind your back like we did before with that forward fold. You're going to lengthen out that front leg, go into nose to knee pyramid. Inhale, as you draw those arms down, you're going to lengthen out your spine. Exhale, step that foot back into more of a lunge position. Inhale into plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg comes up. Opening up the hip. Exhale, heel to the bottom. Inhale, expand. Exhale, bringing that knee to your chest, stepping through the hand. Inhale, expand your chest. Exhale, you're going to walk those hands. If your right foot's in front, you're going to walk your hands to your left. as you exhale and go into wide leg forward fold to the side. Then planting that right hand down, you're going to shift your weight into your back leg. So you're going to bend that left leg and gentle twist to the back of your mat. And then walking those hands, we're just going to shift back to that lunge position. Inhale. Exhale, step the back foot forward into forward fold. Inhale into chair. Exhale, pressing through those heels up and out. All right. Other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, as you bring the hands to your chest, go ahead and extend that back leg. Warrior 3. Virabhadrasana 3. Inhale, step your back foot, lifting those arms up. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Inhale, lengthen that front leg. Exhale, back to Warrior 2. Inhale, shifting that body. Warrior 1. Exhale, bringing the hands to the hips or behind your back. You could also do a prayer position behind your back, so that's an option. Lengthen out that front leg, nose to knee pyramid. Inhale, drawing those arms down, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step that foot back, bending the front leg. Lunge position. Inhale into plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And we'll push that pubic bone down, chest open, glutes engaged. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Open the hip. Exhale, heel to the bottom. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, drawing that knee to your chest as you step up to the hand. Exhale, walking those hands to the side as you go to wide leg forward fold. And then that left hand plants right down. Shift your weight to that back leg. So you're bending that back leg. Gentle twist to the back of your mat. And then walking those hands back to the front. Going into that lunge position. Step the back foot forward into your exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, sitting in the chair. Exhale, pressing through those heels up and out. All right, we'll do that one more time on each side. Go and refresh those feet a little bit faster. Inhale, arms up. Right leg comes back out, warrior 3. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, lengthen out that front leg. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, bringing the hands behind or to your hips. Lengthen out that front leg. Nose to knee pyramid. Inhale, arms lengthen. Exhale, step back, lunge. Inhale, plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg comes up, open the hip. Exhale, heel to the bottom. Inhale, extend. Exhale, drawing the knee in, stepping up between the hands. Exhale, walking those hands to the side as you draw those toes in. And then planting that hand, opening up to the back as you bend that back leg. And then walking those hands, moving back to the front of your mat into that lunge position. Inhale. Exhale, step the back foot to meet the front foot, forward fold. Inhale, sitting back in the chair. Exhale, pressing up and out. And last time, inhale, arms up. Exhale, left leg comes back, warrior three. Inhale, step back, warrior one. Warrior two. Palms up. Send that front leg, reach up as high as you can. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands behind the back or on your hips. Lengthen out that front leg. Nose to knee pyramid. Inhale, lengthen those arms. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back into your lunge. Inhale into plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, heel to the bottom. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee comes in, step up to the hand. And then walking those hands to the side, wide leg forward fold. And planting that left hand, shifting your weight to your back leg so that back leg is bent. Open up to the side. And then walking those hands forward back to your lunge position. Inhale. Exhale, step the back foot to meet the front foot, forward fold. Inhale, sit back in a chair. Exhale, pressing through your heels, up and out. Okay. We're going to make our way down to our mat again and work on some lower abdominal core work for that second chakra. And we'll have a nice stretch for the psoas and some breathing techniques to help with the opening the second chakra as well. So make your way on down. You bring your hands by your side and bring your legs up into a tabletop position. We'll start by just tapping that toe down and coming back up. So as you're doing this, it's pretty common for that heel to want to drop down a little bit. So try to keep those lower legs up and parallel with the ground as you do this. And then we'll make this a little bit more challenging by lengthening out the opposite leg and coming up. Lengthen and lift up. And then I'll do one more on each side. I'll make it one more level up. We're going to start with those legs straight, pointing right up to the ceiling, and just one leg at a time, lowering down and back up and switch. One more on each side. And last one. Okay, great job. Knees come in. All right, this next one is a nice stretch for the psoas. And if you have a block or blanket, that I highly recommend that for this next one. So you're just going to put it right underneath the sacrum. So the sacrum is this triangle bone at the end of your spine. And when you have it situated correctly, it's not going to be pushing on your low back. So it's just underneath that, kind of between your two cheeks is where the block is going to be. And you're going to lengthen out your left leg as you bring your right knee into your chest. Now, as you do that, you really want to try to push this thigh down towards your mat to open up that hip flexor. Drill deep in there. as you bring that knee not only in, but a little bit open to the outside, like you're trying to pull it toward your right underarm, your right knee to the right underarm. Again, just check in with this leg, make sure you're still grounding that, pushing that thigh down. And just breathe into that a few breaths. And then release. We'll switch to the opposite side. So bring that left knee in. Extend out that right leg. Just slow on that one. Bring that knee in and then just extend out that opposite leg, pushing that thigh down towards your mat. Knee open to the side. Again, pulling that knee up toward the underarm. So you're kind of bringing a little bit out to the side, and then just pay attention that that straight leg remains grounded. Shoulders back, relaxed neck, relaxed jaw. And just hold that for a few breaths. This is a great one to do if you do it on the side of your bed and you allow that straight leg to hang off the edge. That deepens the stretch. That's a great one. If you sit a lot, and this is almost always tight for so many people, this is a great one to do daily. As you release that leg down, go ahead and pull the blanket or the block out from underneath you. We're going to move into happy baby. So bring those knees into your chest, and then you're going to either grab the insides of your feet or the first two fingers between your big toe and your second toe. You're going to point those heels up to the ceiling. Option here, you're going to extend out each leg one at a time. So you can start with that left leg, leave the opposite leg in that happy baby, and come back to and come back to center. And you do that one more time if you want, or you can try to do both legs at the same time. I call this spread eagle. That's a joke. It's actually reclined wide leg pose. And then back to your happy baby. And then go ahead and release those legs. Extend them out, and then arms above your head. Nice big stretch. Open up through the rib cage. Open your fingers, open your toes. And then we're going to go ahead and sit up, and I like to do a breathing to open the second chakra. You can do left nostril breathing, and that's called the Ida Nadi breathing technique. So you just take your first two fingers and you close up your right nostril, and you breathe through your left nostril only for 8 breaths. It helps open up the second chakra as it brings forth more lunar or feminine energy. So go ahead when you're ready, 8 breaths. good with your breath, we're going to go ahead and prepare for Shavasana. So go ahead and get your blanket out or a sweatshirt or socks and make your way on down to your mat into corpse pose. And this is a time, if you're using my playlist, to play the second chakra meditation that's at the end. As you bring your awareness back into the room, start taking some deeper, more invigorating breaths. When you're ready, you can roll to your side or make your way up to a seated position. And coming back up. Bring your hands to your heart center and then up to your forehead. And as we bow, namaste.